Psalms 9:71 out the G&T. The Lord is king, earth be glad. Rejoice ye, islands of the seas, clouds and darkness surround him. He rules with righteousness and justice. Giving all praise, honor, glory to the Most High Power of Israel, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, 12 tribes scattered. Double honor to mighty men, the elders, and the apostles, and the community, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness and sincerity. We want to say shalom, and gonna bring out some more global news, some world events. Try to come out of some of these articles if I can, and we gonna wind it down. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's see. One moment. Coming out of end time headlines. This was yesterday, about 11 p.m. sharp. It says, Russia has just appointed a ruthless commander known by his troops as General Armageddon. To read again. It says, Russia has just appointed a ruthless commander known by his troops as General Armageddon. Okay. And truth be told, the time is up for the wicked that's ruling this earth. That's chiefly dealing with Esau, Edom, but that's also dealing with the wicked of our people, dealing with those two parts, as it's written in Zechariah 13:8. That's also dealing with the wicked Israelites that engineered this side, under Caesar. Because when you do those accounts, okay, roughly paraphrasing, what did the wicked Israelites say? This was chiefly going into the scribes and Pharisees, Salakia. They said, we have no king but Caesar. So all their time is running thin. And for those of the diaspora that's in the know of this truth, just keep the commandments, repent, keep the commandments, keep the feast days, do your best to keep the high holy days, stay in this truth, because we definitely, Most High will, we about to enter into some serious turbulence. And if it be the Most High, roughly paraphrasing, when you go into the seventh trumpet, that's Christ, Hamashiach Yahushua, and Most High we'll be out of here. But it's still a build-up, so I don't want to get too excited, right? I'm going to carry on with the news, okay? End time headline reports. Slakia. It reads, Ex-NATO chief is warning that the world must be ready for a nuclear war with Russia if Putin army collapses. I'll read that again. Ex-NATO chief is warning that the world must be ready for a nuclear war with Russia if Putin's army collapses. Okay, one more time. Ex-NATO chief is warning that the world must be ready for nuclear war with Russia if Putin's army collapses. It's a sugarcoat. They know nuclear war is coming. Okay, all the elders and the apostles in the Israelite community, camps, congregation, we've been giving this warning for a long time now. And you see the famine, the plague, the pestilence tearing this whole world apart. So the time is drawing near. Okay. This ain't, how do you say, your Cuban, some refer to this as a Cuban Missile Crisis 2.0, but it's the end of the wicked. Their time is thin. And for our people caught in the world, you have to repent. The world will tell us, you look at the image on the left-hand side there, to Slakia, forget your past. What they give us, critical race theory. Your past don't matter. But follow Babylon the Great and 100% wickedness. While they're making preparations for Halloween and the Day of the Dead. I tell y'all on this platform over and over again, it was the United States of America, okay, the Vatican, your so-called powers that be, they did away with the God of Israel. But that's a regrettable mistake today now, isn't it? With everything happening, you cannot forget your past. You're going to get a precept. Okay? Never ever forget your past. Because if you don't know your past, how the hell are you going to know your present and where you're going if you drop your past? Like the elders, shout out to the elders of IUIC. I was looking at their videos this morning. The elders said it best. Slavery did a number on the people of the diaspora. And the great majority, the image on the right-hand side, they're going to get jammed up, man. They're going to get caught suddenly. That's going to be it in that day. But regarding the past, never forget your past. Okay? Let's get the classic in Deuteronomy 32. Y'all know what I want. 32 and verse 7. And it reads, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy fathers, and he will show thee, thy elders will slack from the top. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy fathers, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. And when you look at the images of the slave ships, okay, I don't give a damn what white supremacists don't like it. I'm going to always bring this out. The so-called Negroes in America, chiefly your Latinos and all the children of the diaspora were brought, okay, you had the Negroes brought to the Americas in the 16th century, okay, but you had other slave passages, okay. When you do the research, the Latinos, your so-called natives, they were all shipped on cargo slave ships as well. So you have to know this history, because if you drop it, you ain't gonna know who you are, okay. So I believe some of the first slaves were brought here, Slovakia. It's been a minute. 1619 Jamestown, Virginia, which is a true account. Okay, and they've told us to forget our past, but if you don't know who you are, you won't know your end game. Because the United States, they won't tell you your end game, but they're gonna see that you get destroyed, both in the mind and body. That's all this place has done to the children, the true children of the diaspora. But all praise to the Most High, guess what? The clock is running out now. And if you hold hands with your oppressor, you're going to perish in this nuclear fire that's pending. Okay? From the top, Deuteronomy 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy fathers, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. Okay? Never ever drop your past. Okay? Because if you drop your history, you ain't gonna know where to go in the future or moving forward. It makes no sense. You're gonna carry on with the news. Coming out of end time headlines. Let's see. I mean, it only gets worse, Slocky, with this administration. I saw this account. I didn't get a chance to do that video when I was out of town. Okay, this is another end time headlines report. Okay, it says furious Biden vows to punish Saudis. Check that out. Over OPEC oil production cuts. I mean, how is that good for the people of the United States with this maniac administration, man? I mean, both administrations are really criminal. The Republican Party can't do a damn thing for us. And I hope y'all that voted for this administration, I hope y'all happy, man. Let's see, gas prices about $3.60-ish. Very soon it'll be like $6-7 messing around with this maniac of a president. You two parts, okay, of our people, y'all were bouncing around like a bunny rabbit on that election that, when you do the homework, clearly he did steal that election. But is it beneficial to you? Huh? Is it truly beneficial to y'all right now? And, going off. How the hell vote Democrat and Republican going to save you from this nuclear destruction that's about to come. How is that going to help you? How is your vote going to save you from that destruction? You can take an image, take a look at that image lock here on the right-hand side. How is your vote going to deliver you from that? It doesn't even make sense. But when you go into it, when you read, I believe when you go into the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, those accounts were, Israel hated their own king. Obviously, they say we have no king but Caesar. I brought that out recently. They're going to, two parts of us going to continue to hope in this wickedness called Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. This place is done, man, if y'all didn't know. Great destruction is coming to this place. And if you don't repent, you're gonna get burnt alive, man. Straight up and down, you're going to burn with massive. You will burn to a crisp with your oppressor. That's what's coming to America very soon. Ain't no time to be playing games, man. Our time is then to share this gospel. But when this gospel is, when this gospel is preached throughout the world, this truth, this gospel, this place is going to burn up, man. Let's get that account. Let's get a precept. Okay. Let's get Matthew's the 24th chapter. I'm coming out the KJV. The Good News Translation it's not too bad. That's that version's a bit, the breakdown's a little more hardcore, but I ordered one recently. All praises. I like it. It even came with an apocrypha. It's a pretty good book to add to the arsenal, right? Let's get Matthew's 24. Let's get the old classic. Israel, y'all have to repent. And yes, Israelites in the truth. I think it's too late in the game to be, Salakia. I'm still seeing Israelites attacking other camps. I mean, there's no time for that. Okay? We should be lifting one another up. But you go to Facebook, social media, even YouTube, you're seeing the opposite, and it's just sad to see it, man. I've said this, and I'm gonna say it again. Ain't none of us going through this covenant. So it's not my place to try attacking another brother. The only thing I can do, brother and sister Slakia, the only thing I can do is tell you on this platform is pray for each other and love each other as it's written in Matthew 5:44, Leviticus 19:17. That's the one I can tell y'all. All this man worship, all this I'm chosen this, I'm chosen that. Until you go through the bond of this covenant, Slakia, the bond of the covenant that is written, Hebrews 8:8 through 11. Until you enter into that, no one's better than no one. So Israel, y'all need to cut the nonsense attacking leaders and vice versa. It's ridiculous. Because if you don't stop that nuclear destruction, you're going to end up in that. You're going to get cut off. Okay? Matthew's Slakia. Matthew's 24 and you know what? I'm gonna start at verse 10. Matthew 24 and 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And you see that. You don't just see that with Negroes in the world. You're seeing that in the Israelite community. And it's sad. But moving on. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And it's a damn shame to see that in the Israelite community. It makes no sense. Because if I'm in the truth, I'm going in 8 years. Most High will. It don't make no sense to be in this community and have a hatred for another camp leader. That makes no sense. Most High didn't say that. And there's no one that come on this comic board and say we can hate another brother. And I'm talking Israelite versus Israelite. I'm not talking about some damn neo-Nazi KKK member. They're not our people, and it's not for them. Okay, but I'm talking about Israelites consistently attacking other Israelites. That doesn't make sense. Y'all gotta repent. That fire, that image, that's gonna be a true reality very soon for America. This place gonna get roasted, man. Reading on Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? And it's the point. Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. Then shall the end come. Let's try that at the GNT. Why not? Because I just got this book. It's pretty cool. Nothing bad. I feel the words a little bit too small, but whatever. Gotta get myself one of those little magnifying glasses, right? Slakia. Matthew 24 and 14 out the GNT. Let's see what it says. Matthew 24 and 14 in the GNT. It reads, and this good news about the kingdom will be preached to all the world for a witness to all people, and then the end will come. And you have Israelites teaching worldwide. So this truth is being spread throughout the four corners of the earth, okay? Okay, all the places where the Israelites world, which is worldwide, this gospel is being taught. And you have famine, plague, pestilence, wars, Russia, Ukraine, rumors of war, China, Taiwan, and you have all these proxies in Syria, the Gaza Strip, Hamas. You got all that going on now. But the biggest warning signs, especially for us in the know, is the plagues on this earth right now. Because when you read the book of Exodus, okay, when you study the book of Exodus, what took Pharaoh in that time of ancient Egypt? These plagues, man. And these plagues are here. These plagues are back, and they're not going to slack. The Most High will not stop these plagues. These plagues are sent, and that means it's almost time for us to go. And if you're this diaspora, repent before the clock wind down. Okay, we're going to carry on. We're going to carry on with the news coming out of end time headlines. Okay. Tuesday reads, this is an article from Tuesday. It reads, the narrative has been given for World War III. There you go. I'm going to read that again. It says the narrative has been given for World War III. Okay. So this thing is going to be made manifest. The seals and the trumpets, they will be made manifest going into that seventh trumpet. Most High willing our deliverance out the hands of the wicked, man. And most of us should be excited, but only a few, only a remnant, okay? We the only ones that's really pushing this. Everybody else worried about college football, NFL, NBA, baseball. It don't make no sense, man. Why this destruction pending. Okay? Slack it. Next article reads, this was from Monday, End Time Headline Reports. It says, North Korea claims it's building underwater nuclear weapon silos. Okay? And we both, slack here. North Korea is lined up not only with Russia, they're also lined up with China. Okay? So I said Slovakia, both Russia, China, okay, India, these are all allies. So this thing is going to be made manifested. Eventually, the Most High, he going to push this decree, man. You read Exodus 15 and 3, the old classic. Didn't he do away with Pharaoh and his army, man? Okay. America's next, man. You go into the books of Daniel's, chiefly, I believe that's Daniel's 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there. Okay, America is just an extension of Rome, man. Okay, roughly paraphrasing, so that little horn came up. Okay, that was dealing with your modern day Rome. Okay, because when you read the accounts, when you study these books, okay, when you read the books of 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, Kings 1 and 2, Chronicles 1 and 2, okay, we ruled this world. You can read the accounts there. And then when you go into the history of the Byzantine Empire, yes, the Negroes ruled the world in the Dark Ages, and we were the ones that pushed so-called white people into the caves. That's real history when you do the research. So it's no secret, especially here in America, why the cops pull over people and abuse them and kill them sometimes, or give them life sentences for basically for nothing. Okay, they know we the real Jews of the scriptures, man. They know that. Your so-called elite families running this planet in darkness, they know that. Okay, your Vatican, your so-called courtrooms, they already know who we are. So that's not a coincidence for people of color to see justice on this side quickly. It don't happen like that because they know God's real people, chiefly, the multitude was brought here to Babylon the Great, but scattered worldwide. It's just the great multitude dwell here in America, aka Babylon the Great. It's due to be destroyed now. Okay? You see the global news, like you hear this global affairs. And as I said earlier, this isn't no Cuban Missile Crisis 2.0. This is, we coming into the days of judgment. We're gonna read on. Still going to end time headlines. If there's any more well, there's an account here that's dealing with C-19. I'm not dealing with that. So if I get too deep, they're gonna definitely shut this channel down, and I don't want that. Let's go out of Slovakia. I saw something in RT. Let's go to RT News. For those of us that still have an active RT News app, yeah, mine's still open up. Although they shut most of these down doing this Russia invading Ukraine, right? So I had an account in RT, and it stated, check it out. You already had America. America has already, America had already given, basically, my app's done. They just shut it down. It's like I can't open it up no more. America had already basically sent $1 trillion supporting Ukraine's army, things of that nature. And when this thing first popped off, Putin warned America and NATO not to support the Ukrainians, or else they will be met with severe force. Now, obviously, I can't. My app is officially finished. I was unable to open it up this time, so there goes RT. But to the point, both America, UK, the EU, all those allies at the moment supporting Babylon the Great, continue to, poke Vladimir Putin. And it's going to be to their destruction. So when you check it out, it's only like a week ago, suddenly The Nord Stream pipeline, one line was completely wiped out. Another was severely damaged, right? And you just had a bridge to Crimea that was greatly damaged all of a sudden. So all this attack on Russia is going to lead to this nuclear destruction, bringing in the final exodus. That's all this is about, man. This final exodus is coming, man. I'm telling y'all, this final exodus is on the way. Unfortunately, I can only read notifications from RT, but I can no longer open up the app because they officially shut it down. I cannot open it, family. So we're gonna try. I'm gonna try this Gravitas, this Weon app. I'm not liking, what's this one, Al Jazeera News, because the narrative is 100% westernized. So the Western narrative is garbage, man. They have you believe, America's gonna just run the whole planet in wickedness. Okay? It's not happening. You go into ancient Babylon, it's destroyed, man. Now it's still inhabited. A lot of people teach, Babylon was already wiped out. Yeah, but Babylon the Great is still here. Okay, it's America, and America's about to get met with these missiles, man. The time is winding down. Let's get... Coming out of the Weon app, aka Gravitas. I'm looking for an article to bring out. One moment. Trying to pull this article, family. Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to pull accounts with this Russia had struck Ukraine recently, but I don't see updated. I don't see no updates in this application. One moment, family, I'm coming. I got an article here that reads, Slacker. This is coming from Gravitas. It reads, it says, what happens if Russia uses nukes? Let's read this one. Let's go into this. It says, what happens if Russia uses nukes? Let's go into this. Check this article out, family. Check this out. Y'all see that? This ain't, slack it for the language, but this ain't no bullshit, man. This thermonuclear destruction is coming to America, man. Y'all best believe it, man. This wicked empire will not last forever, but it reads here, Putin's nuclear threats. Data lab, Putin nuclear threats. What happens if Russia uses nukes? Let's read it. Okay. It reads, this was from Tuesday, October 11th. Okay, it reads, the potential of a nuclear Armageddon is at its greatest point in 60 years. Okay. United States President Joe Biden has warned, as the Ukrainian war drags on, a scenario in which nuclear weapons result in global annihilation is known as a nuclear Armageddon, also known as a nuclear holocaust. And that happened with Nagasaki and Hiroshima. I did 2 videos on that because when you do the homework, Yeah, they may have hit so-called Japanese, but there was a lot of indigenous in that land that were also hit. That was in diaspora. Okay, but that was the first time it happened. But obviously, the wicked's going to get jammed up in that. Reading on. Nuclear weapons are considered weapons of mass destruction because they have the potential to produce significant radioactive effects. Only twice in history have nuclear weapons been used in actual combat, and both times were in 1945 when the U.S. dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki to finish the Second World War. Okay, as Russia asserted it would employ all means at its disposal to defend its borders, Biden claimed that Russian President Vladimir Putin was not joking. A precedent was set by the U.S. utilizing nuclear weapons during World War II, according to Putin. Analysts, however, contend that rather than indicating a desire to deploy nuclear weapons, Putin's remarks should most likely be taken as a warning to other nations not to intensify their partaking in Ukraine. Okay? And that's the issue. America, NATO, they continue to aid Ukraine. But it's the Most High, okay, just setting the stage for this final exodus of his chosen people. The 144, the remnant, okay, to get us out of this place, man. Okay, moving on. It says, how many nuclear weapons does Russia possess? The number of nuclear warheads in Russia is 5,977, according to the Federation of American Scientists, albeit this number includes roughly 1,500 that are decommissioned and scheduled for decommissioning. All nuclear weapons are estimations. The majority of the 4,500 or so surviving nuclear weapons, ballistic missiles, or rockets with long-range targeting capabilities are regarded as strategic nuclear weapons. These are the weapons that nuclear war is typically linked to. That's going into your Satan 1 and your Satan 2. Okay? The remaining nuclear weapons are smaller and less lethal and are intended for close-range combat on land or at sea. But this does not imply that Russia is prepared with thousands of long-range nuclear weapons. Okay? This is global comparison. 9 nations possess nuclear weapons. China, France, India, Israel do not publicly acknowledge North Korea, Pakistan, Russia, the U.S., and the UK. According to experts, 1,500 Russian warheads are currently deployed that is located at missile launches. The Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons has 191 signatories, including China, France, Russia, the US, and the UK. All right, and it reads, as per the agreement, they are required to decrease their arsenal of nuclear warheads and in theory and are devoted to completely eliminate them. Well, that's not going to happen. It's funny that the United States bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki and Negroes when you go into that. Yeah, they did it, but don't want no one else to do it. Well, the God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob got a special surprise coming to America. Okay, and that image on the right-hand side is just a reminder of what's going to come for all the wickedness that he continued to push on God's creation. This isn't the white man's creation. The God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, this is his creation, okay? And the only thing he did was poison this earth with chemtrails, deforestation, GMOs in our food, okay? Everything he touches is poison, man. And it only wax worse. Crime, violence, in God we trust. But they're dealing with guns, oil, and drugs. And they hang up an image of a white Jesus. And when you do the history of that goes into the Bourgeois family, aka a crime family. And America clearly operates as a criminal enterprise. And there's no getting around it. It's looking at these YouTube videos where the cops get caught on camera and they end up getting arrested or put on trial. And the numbers of these cases are just unbelievable. So there's no damn way I want to stay in a place like America. It makes no sense to be here, rich or poor. It don't make sense to be here. But our day of deliverance is coming very soon. Reading on. Okay. It says nuclear warhead stockpile. Check out this. Check this out. Nuclear warhead stockpiles include warheads assigned to military forces, but exclude warheads queued for dismantlement. Okay, and there's a grid for you. Let me take this down. See that? Go to the end of this article. It reads, is Putin in position to use nukes? Okay, it reads again, is Putin in a position to use nukes? To answer that, Dr. Scherzer says that Putin is not in a position to use nuclear weapons, to use nuclear weapons, not because someone is literally stopping him from pressing the button, but because we know that he is clever enough to not commit political strategic suicide, she adds. See, this is an opinion, okay? But the Most High tells us, Jeremiah 50 and verse 9, okay? You can read Isaiah the 24th chapter. You can read Isaiah the 34th chapter, okay? You can read the books of Revelations. I believe that's Revelations, the 9th chapter. Revelations, I believe that's the 11th and 12th chapter. You can also just jump to Revelations, the 18th chapter. There's a lot of accounts to show the Most High is going to put a spirit of war in these nations to come up against America, aka Babylon the Great. Okay. Let's get a precept. Let's get a precept from Isaiah 34. Yeah, because if you listen to the media, they're going to tell you nothing's going to happen. It's go time for the 12 to be sent home, Most High willing. And as I've been saying, away from this wickedness, man. We're going to read Isaiah 34 verses 1 and 2. And it reads, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear all that is therein, the world, and all things come forth of it. Verse 2, this is the point. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. From the top. Isaiah 34 and 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. And that's just a similar to going into this war. She sugarcoated, but the reality is, when you go into the books of Exodus, the 3rd chapter, Exodus, the 15th chapter, let's read it. Let's read it. Exodus 15 and 3. The classic. Slack and get straight to the point. It says, Exodus 15:3 reads, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Okay? So the Most High is behind these actions. Okay? And when you go into Psalms, roughly paraphrasing, he deals with the angels on the left and right hand side. He sent evil angels to do things. That's all of the Most High. And you can follow that with Isaiah 45 and 7. He creates good and evil, man. The Most High do these things. So I understand these silly Christians teach you love, love, love. And you forget he sent the flood. drowned out all humanity with the exception of 8, okay, during the time of Lot. That place was wiped out. Those 5 cities were wiped out by fire and brimstone. America is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's going to be wiped out by fire and brimstone by way of ICBMs. Okay, you Satan 1, you Satan 2, Russia and all them other allies, Slovakia, they're going to fire off the missiles, okay, and take this place away. That's what's coming. Okay, that's the time we enter into these seals and trumpets. And again, Most High will, this final trumpet, the 7th trumpet, that final exodus into the wilderness, Most High, eternity, rest, and away from this wickedness, man. I wouldn't have it any other way, man. I think that was the end of this article. Let's see. Yeah, that was it on that. That was it on that article. Okay. So we're gonna read, bring out some more scriptures, and we'll wind it down. Okay. Just want to share that. We're gonna wind down this video. Just a couple more verses. One moment. Let's deal with America and its wickedness being exposed, okay? These are the times we live, and these judgments they're only gonna get worse. It's old saying, man, it's gonna get worse before it get better. But that's really dealing with the chosen being delivered to Zion out of this wicked ass place, man. Away from white supremacy, away from wicked Israelites, sadly. And we go into peace in the world, in the new world, in Zion, under Christ, Mashiach Yahushai, the angelic forces, the saints of the Most High, and the new world to get built up. Okay? Isaiah 47:3. Says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Okay? Because when wicked Israelites with the heathens, okay, they killed Christ when he was in, a lower state. But he won't come in that lower state. Let's read this again. Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Let's read the precept on how Christ is going to come. Okay. There's an account in Matthew 24:30. See, all the tribes of earth going to mourn. Let's go into why they're going to mourn. Let's get out the G&T. Isaiah 66:15. Let's see what the G&T translation says. Isaiah 66:15. The Lord will come with fire. He will ride on the wings of a storm to punish those he is angry with. By fire and sword he will punish all the people of the world whom he finds guilty, and many will be put to death. I thought God was love, man. Isn't that what America push? Love, 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 love. Let's read this account again. We're coming out the G&T. Isaiah 66:15. The Lord will come with fire. He will ride on the wings of a storm to punish those he is angry with. By fire and sword, he will punish all the people of the world whom he finds guilty. Okay? And many will be put to death. This love nonsense that America pushed. I said the majority don't know what's coming, man. They don't know what's coming, man. And just the image in the background there on the right-hand side, that's a reminder of what's to come. But the majority of Americans, aka Babylonians, they so asleep, they not even considering it. They really believe America's going to just deal with Putin like they did Slovakia with Saddam, okay, and all these other proxy wars they went and set up their wicked puppet governments. They actually believe Putin's going to just fall another victim to America and a wicked democracy is going to reign forever and ever. This place about to get roasted, man. Isaiah 66, let's read I'm going to read 16 again from the G&T. Slack it. The Lord will come with fire. He will ride on the wings of a storm to punish those he is angry with. By fire and sword he will punish all the people of the world whom he finds guilty, and many will be put to death. 17. The Lord says the end is near for those who purify themselves for pagan worship. Check that out. Okay? Who go in processions to sacred gardens and who eat pork and mice and other disgusting foods. I know their thoughts and their deeds. I am coming to gather the people of all the nations. When they come together, they will see that my power can do. They will see, Slakia, what my power can do, and will know that I am the one who punishes them. Check that out, man. And this GT is mean, man. This is the judgment that's really coming. This ain't no joke, man. If you're the diaspora, you gotta repent, man. And it's already here. When you check out the crime, New Orleans is the crime capital of the world again. Just born and raised in that madness. That's why I'm on the East Coast, because even in the world, I felt I was never safe there. And not a crime capital. You got Chicago, New York, California. Crime is at an all-time high worldwide. And it's only going to increase as the days of Noah. Okay? So this thing is winding down, family. Let's get a few more. Let's read Slocky. Let me go back to my notes. I'm almost done. Let's read the book of the classic, coming out of KJV. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. During the lockdown, I brought this out. There was some activity in Beirut, and I'll never believe the media narrative that a building that had warheads set off a bomb that actually left a mushroom cloud, debris. And you had an image similar to this. It just wasn't that severe. Okay? But the people that was caught in the heat of that, they all died. And thousands died in that Beirut explosion. Thousands. Now those videos were taken down. I want to post it, but I don't want them to shut down my video. I actually have all those videos, but I won't post it. I'm sorry. So you go into... I mean, if you can find it, it speaks for itself. My apologies, family. I don't want to lose the video, so I won't post it. But it left a mushroom cloud. You had a shockwave. It left all that. So there's no way I'm going to believe a building caused that type of destruction. But your Western Council on Foreign Relations controlled media, that was their narrative. One of the videos, actually 2 of my videos show a missile hit and set off the bomb. And that thing was playing, but I won't post it. Slack it. So I don't want to lose the video. From the top, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them as travail upon woman with child, and they shall not escape. Judgment, man. And this judgment coming to America. I better repent. Now, I'm really talking to Israelites that reject this truth. Okay? Y'all really gonna get caught out there, man. And we don't want that. You know, I don't want that. I love my people, but if you don't repent, you know, doomsday gonna suddenly rise up on you, man. Isaiah 29:5. Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the mountains, Slakia, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as the chaff that passeth away. Yet it shall be an instant suddenly. Slakia. Let me read this from the top. Let me read that correct. Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as chaff that passeth away. Yet it shall be at an instant suddenly. Look at the image. That's what that's talking about. It's talking about sudden destruction. The Most High gonna put a spirit on Gog, Slakia, Gog and Magog and its allies to take America away suddenly. Let's get a precept in Revelation 18. I have to warn y'all, man. Okay? And you got Israelites throughout YouTube, on the street corners, worldwide. We warning, we giving y'all this warning, but very few, okay, very few gonna take heed to the warning, man. America is finished, man. It's a matter of season before the Most High set off these seals and trumpets, man, going into that second one, into that deliverance. I don't think America's gonna make it much, but it's a build up. Okay, let me fall back. I'm not gonna tell you this the season. I'm not going there. But the warning signs are unanimous. It's overwhelming warning signs of destruction and the end of this wicked place, man. Okay? We're going to get Revelations 18 and verse... We're going to read verse 17 through 19. Revelations 18:17. For in 1 hour so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood far off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, what city is like unto this great city? Verse 19, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing and saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein made rich all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her costliness. In 1 hour is she made desolate. And that's coming to the fall of America. These white supremacists, this racist court system, everything that was against God's chosen people. Okay, they tried to do away with us. They tried to do away with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, only to be confounded in the heat of plagues that your so-called elites don't have an answer for. We're going to precept why they don't have an answer. Why they try to get you to integrate and continue in sin. They're setting a lot of people up for great destruction, man. All these hurricanes, tornadoes, all these massive events continuing in America is because they violated the laws. They chose not to repent. This really going to these nations, chiefly the so-called white man. Okay, you damn KKK in power. They're going to feel it the worst. Okay, and this is why. Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Okay, because only thing he did was brought us here in the 16th century. Okay, got off the boats, right? Tried to start families in these damn plantation farms. Then they broke the families up, shared them, scattered them across the so-called America. Then took other families and threw them parts of Europe, India, China, you name it, for business. Okay? You can read those accounts in Psalms, I believe it's Psalms 81 or Psalms 83. And the Africans, okay, they had their part in this too. Israelites are not Africans, man. You gotta study the book of Exodus. We are not Hamitic. Okay, we come out of the loins of Shem. Okay, when you go into Noah, he had 3 sons. I believe it was Ham, Japheth, and Shem. We don't come out of Ham. Okay. You go into your Zondervan's Bible dictionary, just read the account on Ham. He's the, roughly paraphrasing, he's the son of like all the dark nations. You know, Cush. They go into some nations in so-called Africa, but at the end of it says not the Negro, roughly paraphrasing. We God's chosen, and it's urgent to wake up in this time we're in, because it's not working out for America no more, man. America's being judged, and it's urgent for us to repent, in the truth, but chiefly, you know, this is a calling for Israelites in the world to give up this life of luxury, man, because you're going to get burnt away if you don't repent and come home to your true Savior, who's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the only one that's going to save you from nuclear fire. Not voting for a Republican president or a Democratic president. They all finished, man. They cannot help y'all no more, man. Straight up. See if there's any more precepts before I wind it down. Let's see. One moment, family. I'm going to read Zephaniah chapter 3 and 6. This is the end game on these nations, man. Zephaniah 3 and 6, it reads, I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none pass it by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. Slack. Read that from the top. Read that right. Zephaniah 3 and 6. I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none pass it by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. Okay? So, I mean, check out these cities in Ukraine. See, the American media make it look like Ukraine is up and going, but Russia just rained missiles all over Ukraine, man. You think they have power? There's darkness and sorrows going on. And guess what? You have Jake caught up in that. You got people of color jammed up in that. That's why I laugh at the whole Jacob's Trouble narrative. Because brothers forget that's a global phenomenon. But America gonna get the sting with these missiles, man. So I think I'm gonna wind it down. See if there's any more. I'm going to end it with this one. Zephaniah 1 and 18. It says, neither silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, because the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. And that image on the right-hand side is just telling of what's to come to America. Okay? Before I end it, God willing, I'll be at Spring Valley Camp, the Spring Valley train station. I'll set up my little camp. Hopefully I get some Israelites in this community come support. And this marriage until the Most High deliver us on out of this place and bring in the judgment. Most High willing to immortality, covenant. Okay. With that, give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High power of Israel, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Double honors to mighty men, the elders and apostles in the community, waiting at the lost sheep, house of Israel, these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness and sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. Shalom.